Okay, so we are preparing to leave the homestead for a few days for our vacation, camping, honeymoon trip. It's going to be super fun and I'm excited. We love camping. We bought this camper for a grand total of $600 last year, and it hadn't been used in several years, and there was lots of mouse poop in it, and the carpet was disgusting and needed to get torn out. And we tested it out last year. Worked great for us. We kind of decided that we think we're going to keep this one long term. So we're slowly going to be kind of updating and fixing the inside. But I don't think I've shown you guys this before, other than you seeing it parked behind the shop, out behind the garden, in some of the gardening videos. But this is the camper. Super fancy, as you can see. But it works perfectly for us. So what we're doing right now, Dan is replacing the water heater in it, because that was the only thing that didn't work. Last year we used cold water to shower and wash dishes, and that wasn't any fun. So we've got an air mattress. Last year we brought in our air mattress from the bed, like in our bedroom, which was way too big in here, and it was just a pain in the butt to move. So we're gonna try an air mattress this year, see how we like that. We would like to vinyl the windows and take down those curtain hangers, because we don't really want curtains in here. It's just another thing to have to clean, and the rods get in the way when we're sleeping. But yeah, so little seating area, lots of storage, bathroom, which we do not use as a bathroom. I would really like to at some point take that toilet out and then put shelves in here and just use this for storage. More storage. I went out and I bought lots of different containers so we can have everything organized that we want to keep in here. All these little bins, and I figured, I don't think I've shown you guys this yet. I talked about it on Instagram, but I haven't shown you guys. This company, Tougher Than Tom, sent me these mice eliminator pouches way back in March, because we had just an absolute miserable time keeping mice out of here. Like, I think you saw there's still a piece of poison in there just in case, but it hasn't been nibbled on. I mean, they're just mouse poop everywhere. And after you've already cleaned and sanitized the entire thing, having to do that again is really annoying. So they gave me these to test out, and there's a spray as well. Put them in here in March, and it's now July, and there's been no fresh mouse poop. There's dead bugs, there's dust, normal things that accumulate, but no mouse poop. So these really do work, and they have sales pretty frequently on their website. So, and they also sell mosquito patches to keep mosquitoes away, which the kids and I use in the garden and we really enjoy, and we've used them on hikes. And they've got like a mosquito hanging thing that you can hang up. I haven't tried that one yet, but really good stuff. All natural, pet safe, kids safe. I mean, obviously you don't want anybody to eat it, but it's all natural ingredients. Pretty sure it's all, sourced in the USA. So if you're having problems with mice and you don't want to go the poison route, either because of pets or kids, or you just don't want to go the poison route, give these a try. Okay, the first thing I would like to do on my list for the animals before we leave on our camping trip is to clean the chicken coop. I just want to have it nice and clean and refreshed so that they're good and happy and healthy while we're gone, and that's not something that our house sitters need to worry about. And it's just done, everybody's happy, I don't have to worry about it. So you guys have already seen how I clean the coop. I did that this spring, and I did a whole video, and I showed what products I use to keep it clean as long as I possibly can, because this is a bit of a chore to clean it out. But I'm just going to show you the before and the after, and that is one part of the prepping to leave the homestead chore list that I have. It's a pretty big list, and I probably won't show you guys every little thing, but I'll show you some of the things that we do to prep for leaving the homestead. This is what the coop looks like now. It needs to be cleaned out and refreshed, but it's not wet, and it actually doesn't stink in here, so it's not bad. It probably looks worse than it is, but I'm going to clean out all of that, sprinkle down my stuff, add in new bedding, clean out the nesting boxes. Those will be good to go. I won't they get a little bit of food every day, But before we leave, I will stock up all of these feeders absolutely full, and the same thing with the oyster shell bin, just because, again, the less that the house sitters have to do, the better. I don't want to completely overwhelm them with all of the animals and all of the animal chores. So I'm just going to go ahead. These girls have been broody. This is Ophelia. She's been broody all summer. She was one of the babies last year. I keep taking eggs from her though, because I don't want, I'm just gonna put them in there. I don't want more babies right now. I told her maybe in September. July and August are too busy. Silly chicken. But yeah, so I'm gonna get this disaster cleaned up and refreshed for all the chickens. All right, here is the chicken coop all refreshed. I just went with pine shavings today because I do not have any hemp bedding on hand, which I do love, but it's pricey to keep on hand all the time, and I really didn't feel like fighting with a round bale to get hay to spread in here today because it's 80 some degrees out. But so I just sprinkled some of the shavings around. The chickens will spread it out as they want. The nesting boxes have all been refreshed. The feeders have been refreshed. So yeah, chicken coop done. I can cross that off of my list. And like I said, last minute, literally the morning we are leaving, is when I will fill up the big bins to the top with food, and that should last the whole time we're gone, so that's not even something that our house sitters have to worry about. So another one of the things that we needed to make sure we got done before leaving on our vacation is we need to do the cows' normal maintenance. Every 3 weeks we run them through the chute and just do a little pour on for the flies. It's quick, it's painless, and it also gives us a chance to really be hands-on and look them over up close and personal. We check them every day, but having them sitting still where we can get a good look at them every 3 weeks is also really important, just to maintain herd health and everything, and this will keep the flies off of them incredibly well, which makes for a lot happier cows. And then the kiddos and I did a quick tour around the cow pasture, the lower one, which I don't think you guys have seen the whole thing. It's pretty big, but we just needed to check all the fences, make sure there's no trees or anything leaning on them, because we want good fences while we're gone. I also made sure to clean all the water troughs and buckets for the animals. We clean these at least once a week, and the cows, as you can see, they get theirs really messy really quick, but 13 cows, it gets gross fast. When it comes to the horses, we made sure everyone got in a little bit of exercise before we left. They're on pasture 24/7, but a good workout will keep them from getting too squirrely while we're gone. And we also did any little touch-up work on their hooves if they needed that. So that's a lot of exercise for us. If you've never done farrier work for yourself, it's impressive. Farriers are incredibly strong. They blow my mind. Of course, we can't leave the homestead and just leave the gardens to go completely wild. So I spent some time tilling my garden, trying to get to as many weeds knocked down before we left for a week as possible, which is a lot. And I also gave everything in my garden a good deep water, because it's been a pretty hot, pretty dry summer, and watering my whole garden takes 2 to 3 hours at least every time you do it, and that's just for my garden. So we're not going to be asking the house sitters to water the plants. That would be insane. So getting everything watered, and I did a really, really deep water the morning before we left of everything that's in pots or raised beds. So my dahlias, everything in my vegega beds, so the carrots and leeks, and what else did I have in there? Turnips and kohlrabis and such. All of that got watered really, really, really deeply the morning we were leaving for camping. So Sam and the kids helped me pick anything that was ready to harvest out of Dan's garden the day before we left. And we even harvested some potatoes to take along on the trip, because I'm not going to be buying potatoes for a while. We are just going to eat what we planted. And yeah, that's pretty much everything we did to get ready to leave the homestead.